What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some Blue Digimon to talk about. We are working our way through all of the new cards now from BT5 Battle of Omega. There are some cards we've not seen before. We probably need to have a look at these cards that we've not seen before. So let's start off with a lovely little level 3 Blue Digimon, Sayakamon? Yeah, let's go for that one. Now, what we got here stats-wise is a free cost to play normally, 0 cost to Digivolve, 3,000 power, which is your average stat line for a level 3. It's fine. But it's got a lovely skill that reads, on your opponent's turn, your opponent cannot reduce Digivolution costs. Hang on a second. Doesn't that sound a lot like the Guesslimon we looked at in the previous video? Why, yes. Yes, it does. The difference is Guesslimon had 2,000 less power, but a skill that on your turn gave all your other Guesslimon 3,000 power, which is, honestly, it depends. If you get loads of them out, it's really good, but if you get loads of them out, you are, in a little bit of trouble, shall we say. This is a far more straightforward Digimon. It has just got the skill that stops your opponent reducing Digivolution cost. And here, I mean, green are really being hurt by this. You've got the whole Digisorption thing, that special skill which is pretty much only for green Digimon so far and probably going forward, where you get to reduce your evolution cost when you rest one of your Digimon. Then we've got stuff like Nokia that will reduce the evolution cost of an Omnimon that you're digivolving into, etc. So I'm going to be honest with you here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a kind of card that could be really good. You do have to kind of leave it on the field as a fairly weak level 3, which might not be ideal. That's something you got to deal with. And it's easily taken out and all of that. And if you're leaving it on the field, you're not digivolving it, etc. But the fact of the matter is, if you're playing against a deck like a green deck revolving around Digivolution and things of that nature, then yeah, this could be a very, very good card and could absolutely hurt your opponent. I'm going to have to give this 4 Wassies. It's a really nice skill that will slow down your opponent, stop them, lowering their evolution cost, etc. But it is a weak level 3, which is easily taken out and has got to stay on your field, not evolving. So 4 Wassies sounds right. Now, we do also have Guesslimon here. Now, our translations are coming from the lovely folks over at Ensan Gaming, but there's no translation needed here. We have got a level 4 vanilla Digimon. And what we've got here is a free cost to play normally, 2 cost to Digivolve, 4,000 power. Well, the 4,000 power isn't particularly high. The 2 cost to Digivolve is standard, but 3 cost to play normally? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds alright. Problem is, we've seen this before. It's Seedramon. It's a Seedramon that came around in BT2. So, yeah. We don't really need this. And honestly, I hate to sound mean or defeatist, but we actually don't even really need Seedramon because we've got a better version of it in Tobyumon, which comes around as a free cost to play normally, 1 cost to Digivolve. You lose 1,000 power, but believe me, no one cares about losing 1,000 power because you get to Digivolve as a 1 cost while being super cheap to play. Believe me when I say, ladies and gentlemen, that is absolutely a fair trade. So the problem that we've got here is that this ends up basically being a pointless vanilla card. We have other vanilla cards that we can use instead. So I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not really loving this at all. I'm giving it 2 Wassies because, yeah, don't really like it at all. Maybe Colamon? I'm not great at pronouncing these names, right? I'm doing my best. But what we've got here is a Digimon which is not vanilla. And we've got a 6 cost to play normally, 1 cost to Digivolve, 5,000 power. And the thing that really should be jumping out to you here, 1 cost to Digivolve level 4, yes. Absolutely yes. We like having a one-cost to Digivolve level 4. This makes us very happy indeed. Now, just a moment ago, I did show you that we actually already had one of these. We had Tobiamon. This is a significantly more powerful and significantly more expensive to play normally card, but it's still got that same one-cost to Digivolve, and the majority of the time, you are just going to be Digivolving anyway here, so this might end up being a better option. In terms of one-cost to Digivolve level 4s in blue, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, that is your lot. I'm checking over on DigimonCard.dev, the best site to do research. And, oh no, I'm lying to you, I missed Gorillamon. Gorillamon is, again, it's far more powerful, and it is far more expensive to play normally, but bearing in mind the vast majority of the time you are just going to be evolving anyway, that's rarely going to matter. So now I suppose we've got 12, which is nice. But this is the first time we've had a one-cost to Digivolve that actually has a skill. Is it a skill worth using? Well, according to the lovely folks over at Ensan Gaming, they've given us our translations. They often do. We're fans. I have a lot of nice things to say about them. We got a blocker. This is a blocker. It is a one-cost to Digivolve blocker, and it's got the usual thing whereby when you attack, you lose 2 memory. We've seen these cards in other colours lately. Blue hasn't had one, and this is a phenomenal card. It's a phenomenal card. Because the fact of the matter is, you are never going to play Gorillamon over this. Like, this is, I mean, Gorillamon sees a whole bunch of play at the moment because it's a one-cost to Digivolve level 4. This is just flat out better than Gorillamon. They're both one-cost to Digivolve, but the fact of the matter is, even though you lose 1,000 power, they're the same cost to play normally, and this is the blocker. Yeah, you got to give up 2 memory in order to attack, but nobody really cares. The vast majority of the time, you're not going to be attacking with this. 6,000 power isn't particularly good, neither is 5,000, but this isn't an attacker, it's a blocker. So you can either use this as just a vanilla one-cost to Digivolve Blue Digimon, and we've all seen from Gorillamon that that's a good thing, or you can use this as a blocker that's really cheap and easy to get into play. Either way, it's a really good card. So, yeah, this is one you should be expecting to see a lot more of going forward, because I just don't see any way how this doesn't see a huge amount of play. All these one-cost to Digivolve level 4 blockers, they are all awesome, so I think we should expect all of them to be pretty gosh darn good. And obviously that makes it a 5 WOSI card without any real hesitation. And then, once again, we've got another level 6 that hasn't been covered before. And another one, incidentally, where the artwork is flat out phenomenal. We've got Neptunemon. Now, if we have a little bit of a look at the stats, it's a 10 cost to play normally, which is cheap. 2 cost to Digivolve, which is cheap. 10,000 power, which is a little bit low. So essentially what we've got here is a cheap level 6, but it does take a little bit of a hit in terms of power, which is a little bit sad, but then again, we shouldn't really be putting this side by side with Pleziamon, for instance, because Pleziamon is a vanilla Digimon. Now it's the same cost, 2,000 more power, but again, it's a vanilla Digimon. Neptunemon actually does have a little bit of a skill. Is it a good skill? Well, essentially, on your opponent's turn, this Digimon can't be attacked. Oh, that's good. Essentially, what this gives you is control. Essentially, what you get to do is attack Digimon that you know you are going to be able to delete. Only attack the stack when you're either willing to give Neptunemon up or when you think the odds are sufficient that you're just not going to be deleted by a security Digimon. And then on your opponent's turn, even when you're resting, they can't attack you, so it's fine. And that's what I like so much about this. I really like the idea that you've got the control here. The control, that is what makes me really, really happy. And I do think this is a cool card. The question really needs to be asked, is the control worth losing 2,000 power? Because essentially this is it's Pleasiumon. It's this or Pleasiumon. And Pleasiumon does see a whole bunch of play. So essentially, you've got to decide whether you're willing to cut Pleasiumon for this card. And if you are, brilliant. And if you're not, that's okay. But that's essentially what it's coming down to here. And I think sometimes you will. The biggest issue, of course, is that the average level 6 has 11,000 power. So if you're coming to me and showing me a 12,000 power Digimon, I'm going, well, hang on a second. I can take out your average level 6 while surviving, whether that's attacking a resting Digimon or whether that is going after the security stack. This seems pretty good to me. Whereas if I've got a 10,000 power Digimon, then all of a sudden, an average level 6 can attack me while surviving. And that I am much, much less of a fan of. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, that one doesn't sound particularly good at all. And that really is the decision. Honestly here, I love the idea that I'm not going to be attacked. That makes me really, really happy. But I don't know if I'm willing to go down to a 10,000 power level 6 when I can have a 12. I'm giving this free Wassies. I do think it's an interesting card. I think it's a viable option, and I think some people are going to play it. But I honestly don't think it's better than Pleasiumon. So for that reason, I'm going to have to default to Pleasiumon. But I'd like to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassie. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassie Plays.